So yeah, if you're seeing me again that we had another technical issue. So the start of the stream, before the stream started, OBS had that major update where they added like all the coding options and everything, and they redid the way the thing looks and everything. It was a big update. It kind of broke my audio. Like voice meter just did not see half of the audio. The first part of the stream was just completely muted. It wasn't very long before I discovered it. Not a lot happened in that time. But yeah, I just wanted to come on again and say, I apologize to anybody watching this. We had a bit of, it's been issues, but it seems to be all fixed now. I think I've nailed that down. The solution, if anybody runs into that same problem, was to reinstall voice meter. I think that the OBS update deleted something for voice meter, but I don't know. So yeah, I reinstalled voice meter, deleted the entire source that I had in OBS for it, and re-added it, and it worked. It was, it wasn't that bad because honestly, my voice meter was about 8 versions behind the current one. And it doesn't auto update or anything. It doesn't even really tell you that there's new versions. So, but yeah, that is why there is going to be an abrupt cut to the actual stream. But yeah, thanks anybody that's watching it, and we just recorded the next episode, and it was perfectly fine. So it's just this one. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, well that was a nightmare. I see voices, so we should be all right now. Did anybody go AFK for a minute? Is everybody still here? Or?
I'm still here.
I'm here.
Okay. I do apologize, audio issues. I'll have to definitely research that. All right, so you're going to sneak up, basically, is what you said.
Yes, I'm going to sneak over to the door and get a look-see inside and see what's going on.
Sneaky beaky.
Okay, make a stealth test.
I did a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I guess you did, didn't you? All right. Well, that was a successful roll then. 57 with a target of 61. All right, yeah, you sneak up, and when you peer into the room, you actually don't see what you were expecting. You see what look like Imperial troops. They're definitely clad in Imperial armor. They have Imperial weapons, and in the middle of the room, you see a couple of the ruffians from the other time that you saw, like gathered in this room. In the center of the room, they look beaten. Some of them are tied up. They're surrounded by other Imperial officer guards. This room looks like it's been secured by the Imperials.
Well, let's see if we can talk him into telling us anything. Just not like actually. Well, we don't see that yet. He hasn't told us that's what's in there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I relay this information to the team.
Okay. So now you all know that the room is swarming with Imperial soldiers.
I mean, we're on the same team. Let's see if we can, just talk to him. I wouldn't go saying that we're, waving our inquisitorial badges around or anything. Just say, hey, what's going on?
I'm gonna stay stealth.
Or they might try and arrest us. Shit.
What's that phrase they always say in Star Wars movies? I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, that
would be it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they say that in other movies too.
Yeah, but it's a trope in Star Wars movies. Anyway, that's kind of where I am on this one. So
I'm gonna stay in the back with my.
If
ready.
See if we can tech guy. See if you can eavesdrop on him.
Is there anything in the hallway I can use to hack into?
No, the hallway is pretty much just a hallway. There's garbage on the floor, but other than that, there's no electronics.
Wait, hold on. I have bionic hearing. I
Okay.
totally forgot. Yeah, I have bionic senses. So I guess I'll use my bionic senses to try and hear what's going on inside.
All right. As you listen, you do hear a lot of movement, footsteps. It sounds like they're moving some of the crates. You hear a groan or two from the people that were beaten. You do hear a couple what sound like important voices off in the distance. You can't make out exactly what they're saying, though. It sounds like a guy is talking to a soldier in a helmet, basically.
Okay. I can't make out. They're saying.
No, these guys are pretty far back in the room. They're back by where the office would have been for that guy.
Okay.
Well, actually, we can also do this. Why didn't I do this to begin with? Hold on. There we go. This is what you're seeing, basically.
Okay.
You see that there's a bunch of guys in the middle here. They're under guard. The important voices you heard is coming from over here.
Okay.
And that is the office way back here.
I wonder if these Imperials are in the service of one of them rival Inquisitors.
I think we should go let Glenn figure that out.
You want me to go in there? They're just gonna beat me.
Well, then you should be happy then. You're getting beaten for the Empire. You should be fine.
This soldier is fairly close to the entrance. He's not looking at the direction of the entrance, despite the thing. He's kind of doing this, watching the middle there.
Look, you're the more sturdy of the three of us. You should go.
Oh yeah, but I don't have sneak. Ooh, you know what? You know who does have sneak and can probably get that guy's uniform?
Get what? So we're gonna knock out an Imperial person.
This guy. How do I mark him?
So we're gonna knock out an Imperial person and steal his uniform.
This guy.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Why? I mean, it's better than me walking in there and getting fucking cuffed and taken to prison.
Aren't you the one that's always like, "Hey, I'm Imperial and I'm for the Emperor, so I'm I'm untouchable."
How do I get rid of those?
Oh, I can clear him.
Okay.
You're always like, "Oh yeah, I'm
Fuck it, I'll go in. Whatever, fine. I'm gonna. Well, you obviously have my power maul in hand, and my ecclesiarchy robes on.
There you
Okay.
go.
Just gonna pretend like I'm the part of the ecclesiarchy here to, see what's going on in the name of the church. Recover artifacts possibly stolen by these douchebags.
So you're just gonna walk up to that guard then?
No. I'm gonna walk straight in like I fucking belong here.
There you
Okay.
go.
Let's see. I'm gonna. Hold on. Hold on.
You guys can move your tokens, by the way. You should have control of them.
Okay. Oh no, not with that. I don't.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
cool.
Oh man,
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Delete that. There we go.
I can move my shit around.
All right, but let me do this
Over
real
here.
quick.
I'm still stealthy, by the way.
Yeah, Hikari is still pretty stealthy, yeah.
All right, so that is. We're gonna do this. Modifiers 5. Hold on, 5. Right? No, modifier would be 9.
Mm.
What are you up to?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
That was a command. I was trying to do command. Let's see if it just rolls better like this. I wonder if it's fixed. No, it's not. Why is it a target 50? I don't understand. What's that roll doing? Minus 20 plus 20, so 0. Plus, yeah, see, that's not right.
For command, you should have a. Okay, since you have that skill, there's no penalty there, so that should be a 0. Plus intellect, which is 3.
No, it's fellowship. Command is a fellowship one.
Oh, fellowship, my bad, yeah. Fellowship is a 4. So negative 20 plus 20 is correct because it's eliminating that
Negative.
the not trained thing. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 9. It should be adding 4.
Not that that's going to matter on that roll, but
No. Well, you'd manually told it 9, didn't you?
I did. I added a 4, and isn't it the column? Like for every point you have in the column, it's plus 5, right?
The first column just eliminates the negative. There's no plus.
Oh, okay. So it should have been just 4. So this plus 4 would have been that, but it's garbage. So even if I just
Still hot shit no matter what.
Okay, so you do walk in this room. You try to do a fellowship with this guy as you approach.
I was just trying to command. I can't.
Just
Doesn't matter
hot.
what I do. Like, why is this rolling so fucking high? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay.
So you walk in.
Yeah, I walk in. I failed to try to command him.
This guy sees you, and as you approach, you don't even actually get a chance to say anything. He just says, "You were expected. The one in charge is in the back. If all of you could head back there, I assume you're with your friends somewhere." And he just turns back to facing that.
They've been expecting us.
Well then.
I don't like.
Damn.
I don't like being expected.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just too bad there's no way to quietly switch on my power maul. That thing crackles to life.
Well, I guess our best bet is to go over and talk to those dudes up in the corner then.
Yeah. I'm going to say, all right, hey guys, they were apparently expecting us. So
Yeah, they're not hostile, so
All right.
I'm not riddled with bullet holes.
I'm gonna stand off to the side.
All right. As you guys approach, you do see this guy, and he's surrounded by these 3 other people that look fairly nasty. And you recognize the guy that's here, kind of on the ground. Looks like he was dragged out of his office. That is Zax Hawthorne. He looks like he's been roughed up. And you hear this guy right here tell another soldier to go back inside and get the black box out of the servitor. And he salutes him, and he goes back in. And he turns to you guys, and he says, my friends, welcome. I've been expecting you.
Friend.
He doesn't salute us? Fuck him.
I just give a questioning people's eyebrow, like, huh?
Oh. Do you still have eyebrows?
Yeah.
He says, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I have eyebrows.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little
All
bit
right.
weird.
So, he says, you 3 have been very helpful to me. You may have heard of me. I am Inquisitor S. I'm sorry, Inquisitor P. I'm getting mixed up with my letters.
Yeah.
I am Inquisitor P, and these are my acolytes.
Oh, fair enough.
He says, we obviously heard about this little operation here. He looks at Arioch and says, I do like your gusto, my friend. Bombard it from orbit. I may do that when I leave, just for fun.
Uh-huh.
And you remember that you typed that into that pad. You didn't
I
actually
remember. I remember every little bit of it. Now the power mall crackles to life.
That seems like a poor choice right now.
I don't give a shit. I don't like being toyed with.
He puts his hands up and he says, I understand you're a little upset with me. Hear me out.
Shit. Ow.
He says,
Sorry.
it's okay. He says, obviously, things did not go the way you expected. You have lost an important item. And you are kind of at a loss here, aren't you? At this point, while he's talking, you notice that, Lucius, you notice that the girl, Acolyte,
Here, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
she's just kind of staring at you. And she's been staring at you since you moved into view.
I guess I'll just stare back at her.
All right, and as the Inquisitor continues to talk to you and kind of berate you a little bit, but also like he seems like he's trying to be at least a little friendly. The girl Acolyte walks up to him and she says, "Master, that one has seen through the eye.
Uh-oh.
And then
It spoke to him."
It's a fucking psyker.
I'll look at her questioningly and go, do you lick books also?
I forgot about that.
More than that.
But she does say, you have seen through the eye. It spoke to him. He was afraid, but he resisted. And the Inquisitor kind of gives you a people's eyebrow and says, really? Now that's interesting. And he motions actually towards the guards, and they start to take Zach's Hawthorne away. And this guard comes out, and he's carrying a black box, and he says, luckily for us, this imbecile, every time he would sell an illegal item, or anything really, his little servitor would record the sale in the room. So we have an accurate record of every sale he made, just because he thought he could blackmail people afterwards.
We need that box.
And you see that they are heading towards a shuttle that looks like it's the background. They kind of blasted through the tunnels and landed.
Do I recognize that fucking shuttle? As the
No,
one that stole the other artifact?
No, it's not the same shuttle.
Give me 1 second, guys. My phone's ringing.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, that guy just duplicated.
Oh, they all look the same, I know.
Replicate.
Yeah. they're all asexual.
Oh,
That's not the right name. I did it again, like without even meaning to. There. Yes, JJ, there is a lot of heresy here. He consulted tomes, he says in my chat.
A lot of
So
heresy
much
going on
heresy.
right now.
all the heresy.
I will say, though, that while he's gone, you do see that the other soldiers have kind of looked like they've they've gone through all these crates, and they've stacked them all up. From what you guys are looking at, they all look like there's nothing like heretical here. There's no artifacts or nothing. It's just drugs.
I kind of just want to keep looking at the.
What about explosives?
No, it looks like this shipment was all drugs.
Oh my god, I would love to get high right now.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, pass that motor oil. It's time to get tipsy. Oh yeah, Pennzoil. That really knows how to make a robot tipsy. You know,
No, I don't know.
get your life together.
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome
My
back.
pizza showed up.
Oh man, pizza
Did you
sounds good.
murder the delivery
Also,
person?
everything's coming up, Casey, today. I definitely redeemed a free medium pizza, but they shipped me a large one.
Did you murder the delivery person?
No, I didn't murder the delivery person. I gave him a bigger tip.
You're messing
Heresy
up.
pizza. Is the pizza heretical?
You tell them that you order a medium, and goddamn, they better bring you a medium.
Did you order your pizza with extra heresy?
Yes, I did.
You tell them that you ordered a medium. You didn't want no goddamn large. How dare they?
Yeah, get another free one out of it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
So this is bullshit. Why the fuck would
pretty
they give you a
unethical on
large?
your part, man.
This is bullshit. Why the fuck would they give you a large? And you clearly wanted a medium. And then yell for the emperor.
We're not going to do any of those things, actually.
You're fucking up. You'd be okay with a basic ass large pizza.
If it's free, yeah.
You wanted a medium. It's the principle, Casey. It's the principle.
Okay, well, so they're obviously moving these things into the shuttle. Zach's Hawthorne. A lot of the soldiers are starting to head there. The black box is heading there. The Inquisitor looks at you guys and says, "I understand you're all probably a little cross with me. It's understandable.
Cross
I
is
will-
the word I would use to describe it. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me that little black box. You're going to turn over the artifacts, or I am going to bombard you with this goddamn power maul and your acolytes.
You would
Bombard you-
attack another Inquisitor? Do you realize what that would do? You would
I
have
have
the
orders.
entire Imperial army on you.
I kindly walk up off the wall.
What,
and I go,
what
"Honestly,
you
I
would
use-
sick on me is nothing more than cannon fodder, and you know it.
I kind of lean off the wall and kind of just look at him. Like, honestly, I usually don't agree with this psycho, but I kind of agree with him. Give us the black box, or we're gonna smear you and the rest of these people across the hangar.
He says, what if I offer you something more valuable?
Hikari just face palms.
More valuable than smearing you across a hangar? I'm listening.
I will tell you the location of another artifact on this planet. And I will stay out of your way for it.
You know, how about we do this? I like finishing up the job that I originally had.
Oh, this
So
is
what-
related to your job. This is part of the trade.
There's also this part where I currently don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
Oh yeah, there's definitely that part.
Can't throw anybody very
I'm gonna need something more than your word that you're not gonna interfere.
Give us
Oh,
the
I have much more important business elsewhere. The artifact in question is nowhere near important enough for an Inquisitor of my level.
How about we do this? I'll take your word for it if you give us the acolyte. And I point to
Give
the
you
girl.
an acolyte?
What?
I point to the girl. Give
What
us
the f-
her, and then we'll go. And then we'll take your word for it.
I don't. What?
He says that is the. I would never have expected a request like that.
Yeah, me either. Like, we're on this. You and I are on the same page there. I don't.
I'm real confused.
I'm super confused. What the fuck are you gonna do with another acolyte?
It's
What
really
are you gonna do with her, weirdo?
Give
You
us
know what?
her.
I don't want to know.
Give us her, and I'll take your word for it. It's that simple. Or we go back to the smearing.
He's thinking it over, and she is looking.
He's actually considering it.
She looks at you and she says, "I would kill all of you if you do that. I do not leave the master."
And I'll look at her and say, I guess you want the smearing.
Apparently, she's speaking Japanese.
Yeah, I guess so.
Those are the terms.
Casting a
Terms are
spell.
we will go ahead and take your word and go to this other artifact, and we're
No.
gonna take the word that
You
you're
don't
gonna
get
stay
to
out of
make
our way.
terms. You don't get to just fucking decide terms for the whole group. Why? First of all, explain.
Clearly, she knows something. Clearly,
That's what she said under her.
She knows what though, because they don't know that you've had this dream.
No, exactly. They don't know. So exactly, she knows something. I think it'd be vital for our group if we keep her around just until she tells us information.
Or why don't we just sit down with her for a few minutes and have her explain what that means?
Because
And not,
clearly,
you
no
know-
one here trusts this guy, and having her sit down and talk is not going to be enough. We need to put her in the element that's our element. So he
I'm gonna
gives
look
us,
at the. I want to take a look at these soldiers. What kind of weapons are they using?
Give me 1 second here.
Jesus fucking Christ, Inquisitor P, dude, that's Eisenhorn.
Eisenhorn?
That's the token you have for him. That's Eisenhorn.
Is it? I don't know. Let me. All right, we
Actually,
got
a really well-known Inquisitor for using Daemon hosts as his little pets. So,
that is unrelated. That is completely coincidental. Then.
I feel like that's not unrelated. I feel like that's not coincidental.
Craig does not know enough about the Warhammer lore that's established to be able to do something like that. You see that some of them do have flamers. A lot of them have. Let's see. You see some of them do have rifles. One of them has an autocannon. As far as the Acolytes go, the big guy in the back also has a power maul. This guy looks like he has a sniper rifle. And the girl, you don't really notice any obvious weapons on her, but it looks like she has something probably hidden in her robes.
because she is a weapon.
You would say that you are probably very outgunned here.
Yeah.
These are definitely Imperial soldiers. These aren't the people you've been putting up with lately.
I definitely think we were outgunned.
The Inquisitor speaks up and he says, well, hold on, let me tell you about the artifact that, before you make any demands of me, apparently. The artifact in question is a necklace. He pulled out a notebook and he's going over, it's a piece of paper notebook, kind of like what I have for this. And he's going over, he says, the artifact is a necklace. It is in the lower parts of the hive, called the Gallows Way. There was a mass murder at Channel House number 17, which is currently owned and run by the Fane family. We were requested assistance. Well, they sent a request to higher up in the Empire assistance for this because of the artifact in question and the fact that none of them can look at it without even starting to feel sick or queasy. So they can't even get close to the scene of the crime, really. They just...
What was the name of the family again?
Fane.
Okay.
That sounds
And
familiar.
Is there anybody left alive there that you know?
In the house, no. They are all apparently dead. The person who is in charge down there is called Oath Captain Nils. She's a sanctuary captain. She works the Purity Gate. So she is a bit above, or this is a bit above her. She's not equipped for this.
All right, I'm just gonna walk forward and take that little note he has about this and walk away.
Okay, he rips the page out and he hands it to you.
You're going to take it? No?
Yep, let's go.
How about this?
How about,
Let me-
I've already got it, let's
Let
go.
me talk to her for 15 minutes.
15 minutes? That's an oddly specific amount of time.
Okay, the Inquisitor looks at her and he says, how about it's her choice? I won't interfere one way or the other.
Fine, I'll agree to that.
She steps forward and she's looking at you and he says, Knox, whether or not you talked with her, we leave in 16 minutes. And all these guys walk away towards the shuttle. A lot of these guys do. These guys in the middle here, part of the gang, they kind of shoot them as they walk away.
Just black.
Pretty much, yeah. And yeah. So she walks up to you, and you heard him call her Knox. So I will just put her name token, or Nix, not Knox. So I'll put her name token on so that I remember. And she walks up to you guys and she says, "What?"
She says what?
She says,
Yes.
She asks you what the fuck you want.
Oh. So I want to. I'll take her over to a corner away from the other guys, or at least tell the other guys to like go somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm already walking. I'm already gone. I'm not
All
in there anymore.
So
All right. We'll say you guys go up here.
Oh,
I'll drag you up here too.
I'm gonna inspect some things.
I'm gonna go into the office and take a look around.
all right. So then I tell her. So what do you know about the eye?
She says, "You already know about the eye. It shows a world that we do not know."
Yeah, I knew know that, but tell me tell me about the eye.
It is an artifact of alien creation. Like, I don't know what you expect me to say. I'm still looking into what it is.
Have you seen it?
She says, "I am researching it."
And do you have what information do you have that you've researched?
Once you must have interacted with it, even if not directly, correct?
That's correct.
Once it's done that to you, you are permanently connected. The only way to break the connection is to travel a good distance away from it.
Define a good distance.
I would say if you were here, once it is as far away as a moon, you should be not feeling its effects anymore.
So the fact that I'm still seeing visions means that that thing is still on this planet somewhere.
She shrugs.
Huh. And you don't know where it's at.
She shrugs again.
And then I'll look at her again. You don't know where it's at.
Even if I did, I see no reason to reveal information to you. You may be connected to it, but you have no control over it.
Is it hazardous to my health?
You saw what it did to the previous owner.
And how long did it take him to have that happen to him?
A few weeks.
Nothing else you can tell me.
Do you have any more specific questions? Like, she's not going to just reveal information out for fun.
You know where it's from?
And
That is one of the things I'm trying to figure out.
Alright. Can you at least tell me that if you do hear anything or find anything, you'll let me know?
Now, she definitely looks at you like quizzically with that one. Like, she didn't expect you to like be even remotely friendly or ask for her help. She says, you're trying to not get killed by this thing, obviously. I will, as long as you do not interfere in my work, I will try to break your connection to it.
Alright, we have a deal.
All right, she nods at you, and she goes to join the others, unless you have anything else to say.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. She goes to join the others. So while that was happening, you were in the office, right?
Okay.
We'll go up to that now.
Yes, I'm in the office.
Hikari. Yeah, you see the servitor is in pieces. It obviously did try to fight them coming in here, but it didn't win. All the papers that were on the desk are gone. It's barren now. There's blood on the floor in spots. That's really all you see in here.
All right. I'll go
Any
meet up with
drawers
the
on
rest
the
of the
desk?
group.
Say that again.
So I'll go meet up with the rest of the group.
Okay. And Hikari, what did you want to do in the office there?
Are there any drawers in the desk?
There are, but they've been kind of pulled out and thrown on the floor.
Okay, so this room's already been pretty thoroughly searched, is what you're saying.
You think that not only has it been searched, but like anything has been taken from here. Basically, there's not a shred of paper left.
Okay, great. Then
There's not a tablet or nothing. Yeah.
I don't need to be in here anymore.
All right. So you come out, and Nyx goes back to the rest of the group, and you hear Inquisitor P turn to you guys once more and says, "I was not joking about bombarding this place for fun. I would just a fair warning." And he gets in the shuttle with the others. The shuttle doors close,
Let's go ahead and get the hell out of here.
and they're all gone.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
taking this car.
We'll just go ahead and
I have
I'll
no
go ahead and-
desire to be orbitally bombed.
That's not a car; it's a lift for the crates. Remember before how there were lifts?
Oh yeah,
It moves about like 2 miles an hour.
it's faster than fucking Metalhead over there can walk.
I can definitely walk faster than that.
You get servos in your legs.
I'm still trying to figure out how you move around with all that fucking heavy ass armor.
Okay. Well, you guys leave this room, and I'm guessing you head back the way you came.
Yeah.
You do get to a safe distance, and when you're back outside the tunnels, you do hear noises, and when you turn around, you do see that the building that these pipes connected to that you were in just got bombarded from up in space.
I'm not gonna lie, that was probably pretty cool to witness. It would just been a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
cooler. It would have been a lot cooler if it was our Inquisitor and not that fucking douchebag.
All right, so you guys are outside the tunnel. It's up to you what you want to do.
Well, we've got nothing better to do than follow that lead.
Well, that lead is also name of the guy that the dude said before he died. So
Yeah.
Right, and that's something that the Inquisitor P did not seem to know about either. So, like, he
So
didn't
the
even
boy-
mention the other guy or nothing. So,
I'm.
So you want to go ahead and take a look at this artifact, right?
I like how he didn't even question when I just walked up and snatched that thing from him.
he ripped it out of his book and he handed it to you basically when you started to approach. So, and you're looking at his notes, and it does say everything that he told you. There's nothing else on there. He did kind of draw a stick figure of a guy with a flamer, and he put like the word "duh" above it.
Duh. Oh, he drew a picture of me. What a fucking cunt. I knew we should have thrown grenades.
It would have been bad if you guys would have attacked an Inquisitor, because as far as the Empire is concerned, he has not done anything like heretical. There's no proof or nothing.
Yeah, if we attack him, we're just dead. Like, even if we survive that encounter, we are dead.
So you guys are going to head to the Gallows Way then?
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys know what a Gallows Way is on one of these planets, basically?
No, that's new to me. It's a new term.
A Gallows Way is basically where all the dead bodies end up. It is the lowest part of the hive before you get to, like, basically the underhive. the underhive is kind of sealed off in all directions except for the purity gate that he mentioned. That's the only way to get up, and the purity gate is in the gallows way. So that's where anybody coming up from the underhive would end up if they were allowed through. But it's heavily guarded, that gate, at least as far as anything else in the gallows way. A lot of the crap from the upper hive is basically funneled down into the gallows way, so it's always foggy, it's always dripping.
We're going into a nasty sewer.
Yeah,
A
you're
sewer.
going into a very large mortuary. Basically, each house deals with dead bodies, basically, and there's enough bodies that there's several houses. So this is very far down. Like, you guys haven't gone this far down before, so it takes you a couple hours to get there. So you don't get there till like the afternoon. So you guys arrive, and it's exactly as I described. Like, it's foggy. It's there's always something dripping from up above, and you're not sure what it is half the time.
Probably heresy.
Yes, exactly. So you guys get down there, and there's not really any like guard posts or nothing coming between the gallows way and going higher up in the hive. But there is a guard there, and as you guys approach, he walks up to you and he says, "Are you the ones the Empire sent to help us with the mass murder?"
Yes.
Yep, that's us.
He says, Oath Captain Nils told me to wait here just in case anybody came down. We were told to expect somebody wearing what looked like battle gear, and that's you guys. So follow me to Channel House 17. The Oath Captain will be there, and she can fill you in more. And yes, it does smell like that, Hikari. Along with other things that you don't want to probably describe.
I like being able to use Google Translate to do her under her breath Japanese.
So he walks you through the gallows way. You do go through a couple parts. You do see there is a scrap market. There's not much there, though. There's like one or two vendors. You go through something called you pass through something called the Boneyard. You're not sure exactly what that is. You pass other houses. They all seem to have numbers on them. And it occurs to you that like none of these houses have like a name on them. They're just numbers. So finally you get to the one numbered 17, and he leads you inside, and inside you meet the Oath Captain, and you might recognize her from the splash screen from the start.
I do.
And he brings you up to her, and he says, these three are the ones the Emperor sent, I guess. And she says, "You're dismissed." And she says, "How much of the situation do you know?"
Well, we know that there was a
Almost
massacre.
none. We know there's dead people.
And she says, "Yes, there's definitely been a mass murder here. This is a bit beyond me. We've inspected a few of the bodies on the outskirts, but none of us have been able to go anywhere near the body in the center.
And why not?
Why?
Because anytime we look at it, we get hit with this wave of extreme discomfort."
Well, that's not ominous.
Shit.
How extreme of discomfort?
Extreme enough that even, I'm not to boast, but even I can't go near it, and I've seen some stuff.
I've seen some shit.
I've seen things.
And she goes on, she says, "This is the Carrion Guild channel house of the Fane family. I even glancing at the body, I have not been able to identify if he's a member of the Fanes or not.
Can you tell me more about the Fane family?
They run. They are one of the Carrion Guilds, and they run the Fane Mortuaries, which is Channel House number 17. Other than that, they haven't been too much in my eye. I haven't done anything that I noticed. The elder brother, I do have confirmed that he is not even on this planet right now. He is off-world doing business elsewhere. So I do not believe that he is related to this or here.
Okay. So how many members of the family have been accounted for?
Just the elder brother, I've definitely confirmed that he is not on planet.
Okay. I'm talking about including the dead people in the building.
I've been able to identify positively any of them yet. Like I said, all the ones we've investigated do not appear to be a Fane member.
So what exactly makes you think that this, aside from not being able to look at a body, is the Emperor's problem?
I mean, we're not able to look at the body mainly because we can't look at what is on the body, the necklace.
Okay. So what do you know about the necklace?
She says, it's turned away some of my best men from even getting near that body. I really couldn't tell you much more about it.
So that's all you know?
At the moment, yes, that's why I asked for help. This is a bit
That's
beyond
probably
me.
for the best. Let's go inside.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you go inside, and it's pretty much close to what you see here. There's bodies on the floor. There's the one in the center that is definitely different from the other ones. You see some of the soldiers in here. They're actually taking the oath tokens off the bodies to try to identify some people. Let's see here. So one of the guards walks up to you guys and the oath captain and says, "Captain, we've identified a few of these bodies. Let's see here. Some of them don't have oath tokens, though, and they appear to have been dead for a while."
What do you mean?
I mean that they did not die recently
you're
or
telling
within
me
the
that
last few days.
Somebody in here brought corpses into this house.
That
What you're saying.
is my best guess. Some of these are definitely fresh, but some of them, there's no way they've died anywhere in the last week or so.
All right, then here's what I want you to do. Find out where those bodies have gone missing from and get me names.
We will do what we can, sir. There's no oath tokens on those ones, so it will take a while.
Well, yes, but they must have come from somewhere. I mean,
Yes,
it's
no houses have
customary to-
reported missing bodies yet, though, so we will still investigate.
I'm kind
go
of
knocking on some
casually
doors.
strolling towards the different body in the center to try to gauge where the feeling of discomfort kicks in.
Okay, so you're able to look at the body okay. It's more or less when you start to look in his neck area where the necklace is that you start to feel a wave of discomfort hit you, and it is fairly strong.
Like, how far away would I feel it?
I mean, just looking at it, it hits you. Like, it's not really a matter
if I
of
looked at it,
distance.
But if I'm not looking directly at the necklace, I don't feel anything?
It does not appear so, no.
All right. Well, I'm going to take... I don't know if you're going to want me to roll for this or not, but I'm going to take a quick glance at the body to remember where everything is. And then I'm going to close my eyes and go in there and get it.
Are you
Okay,
gonna touch it barehanded?
Yeah, why the fuck not? I've got gloves on.
All right, fair enough. It's still brave. I mean, a curtain didn't fucking... Well, we don't know that for sure.
I touched the last item with a fucking curtain. I'm just saying.
All right, so if you're gonna check out this body and its necklace, you're gonna have to make an awareness test. And I'll go with what the book says for that. It's a +20.
It's a +20?
Yeah.
Okay.
How can it possibly be a 0?
I have no idea.
How did you break this?
He's extremely aware.
I have 2 ranks in awareness.
Yeah, there's no way it's a 0. What did it say here? Right, the 20s knock each other out plus a 10 because you have another rank in it is correct. +20. Did you type +20? Well, anyway, the actual roll it looks like you should have rolled for is 59.
I did type +20 instead of just 20 into the box.
That probably screwed it up. So the actual target was like 59. So I would say that, yeah, you succeed in that awareness test. So you're able to look at the body and the necklace long enough to get it's not a pendant at all. It's actually, there's no chain. There's also not like an eye hole on it to like thread something through to wear.
Oh, it's just kind of there.
Right. It's just looped up with twine basically, but it looks like it's actually a shard of something and not like a complete thing.
All right, well, I'm gonna take it.
All right. Well, since you rolled well enough, I'm just going to say also, since you rolled pretty well on that test, you do notice that he is missing his oath cog.
He's missing his what?
Oath cog. Basically, if you ever saw Futurama with the job thing they inject in people, it's like that.
Okay.
So you pick it up, and it's very cold in your hand, and it doesn't have any prickly things on it, but it feels prickly. But other than that, nothing happens.
That's interesting. Well, I'm gonna tuck it into a side pocket in my bag.
Okay. So you have successfully retrieved the object.
Got it. I got
It's
the
cold,
item.
and aside from being cold and feeling like it's prickly with needles when it doesn't have any, it doesn't do anything to you, at least not at the moment.
And I relay those things over. I tell the other teammates about what's going on with it and what it felt like.
Hey, you want to make the joke, go right ahead. You don't have to just laugh quietly in the background.
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna feel it all over. Stick it in the pooper.
So,
Please don't do that.
so you're inspecting this body, and you do see that it definitely had an oath cog.
Hey guys, so actually happened. Jeremy had Tang.
Something about Jeremy.
Don't worry about it.
Is Jeremy drinking Tang? Is that what I heard?
No.
All right.
With the Stacy's
right.
mom going on.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, all right. So that's that. Mission accomplished.
This is a very investigative part of the game, so.
I'm gonna. Well, now that I have the thing, I want to take a look at his body and see if I can notice anything else that might be weird or unusual,
Heretical.
heretical. You know.
All right. This time I want you to make an awareness test -10.
-10.
And you do have to put the minus for that. Okay. See, that's more like what the roll should have been, yeah. So, well, you failed, but you basically confirm that this guy, you can't identify him via his face. It's completely, like, destroyed at this point. He is missing an oath cog. He looks like he had one at some point.
Can we tell how he was killed?
Looking around, it seems that like the bodies that were like recently dead and not the ones that were here for other purposes or something.
Right.
It looks like they all fought each other.
They all fought each other.
Yeah.
It was like some huge battle royale, basically.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. I'm gonna start looking at a couple of these other bodies.
Okay.
Maybe some of the fresher ones. I don't know which ones are fresh and which ones are not.
Okay. Well, I'll just say that you went to a fresh one. All right. So
Yeah,
you go to a fresh one.
Yeah, I want to examine a fresh body and see if there's anything off about it.
Okay.
Awareness minus 10 again.
Well, this time, since you're kind of inquiring about it, do an inquiry test. Plus 20. Without the plus. Look at that. So, that's a critical fail.
You have gone blind. You've gone blind and you're incapacitated for the duration.
You're not able to pick anything else up. Do any
out of all the things I could critically fail, this is probably one of the least harmful ones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't really do anything to you with that one, yeah.
Your third eye was bruised.
You've contracted narcolepsy.
I got a headache looking at it.
You walk up to a corpse to inspect it, and you basically sneeze on it, and it, like, disintegrates the corpse.
Stuff on his viscera.
Do any of the other players in this game have inquiry that they'd like to use?
I have
I have. Oh, wait a minute. I want to look around in this area. Is there like any like security cameras or anything like that?
All right. That's a good question. So you do look around, and now you guys have to understand one thing about this Warhammer game is that me personally trying to find maps for this has been a nightmare. I've actually even been doing it at work, trying to search for them, because there just aren't any. So all the maps that I use for like the battles and stuff are going to be kind of bland like this.
That's fine.
You do have to use your imagination a little bit.
Well, okay. In a game that we have to use our imagination for anyway?
Well, I'm saying, though, that I'm kind of killing the imagination with this gray space. But this is what you would kind of expect from a mortuary house. It does not seem to have any cameras in it. It's you get the impression that these guys don't really care too much. There's nothing super expensive in this house.
No servitors or anything?
No. You get the idea that even down in the gallows way, if you own a house and you have money, it's still not much money, and you might be able to pay a few people like pathetic wages to work in your house. But other than that, you can't really afford anything extravagant like a security camera system.
These heathens.
You definitely cannot afford a servitor.
Fucking savages. Can't afford fucking cameras.
Yeah, you're very upset. This is like being a kid who's like super into technology and Nintendo and stuff, and being dragged out into like a campground
Amish
for a week.
country.
Yeah.
Is that a horse and carriage? What the fuck?
But you do not notice any kind of security system now.
Alright. Let me think. Well, I mean, that's really the limit of what I mean. If it was security or some type of technology in here, I could probably try to like hack it or something. But
I don't want to influence you guys too much, but oath tokens are kind of technological. You could probably look at somebody's oath token in this place.
I can't.
Yeah,
No.
he's not even sure that that's a body, so you probably need to help him.
I think it's just a bag.
It's just a bag full of meat.
But I'll let you guys whatever you would like to do to investigate this place.
I guess I'm gonna start examining the other bodies.
I guess
Pockets.
I'll look at the oath token and
Okay.
肉肉肉おいしい肉
You know, I do actually know a little Japanese, but I was not able to piece
so I
that
guess
together.
I guess I'll take a look at the oath token and see how that's about.
Okay. If it was any of the other players, I'd make them roll some like technology skill, but the oath tokens don't really have any security on them, and you're equipped to inspect like basic things like that. So
Right.
yeah, you basically check out this oath token, and you confirm that this place this dead body was definitely in servitude to Channel House 17. He swore an oath basically to serve this house and those that own it.
Okay.
And as you inspect any other of the bodies that have an oath token, you find that all of them seem to be, all the ones that do have oath tokens seem to be employees of this channel house.
So everyone who's dead in this room, all
Or it
employed
was
by
an
the same
employee.
person.
Okay.
Right. And Ariok, as you study, you said you were going to look at the bodies that don't have tokens.
Yeah,
you do
go through
you do
pockets.
confirm. You do confirm that those bodies are definitely more decomposed, rigor mortis and all that, and they're definitely not fresh.
Do they have any identifying marks?
None that you can tell. It looks. Some of them look like they were being prepared to go through the mortuary system of like being cremated and everything. But there's no identifying things on them. They look like. Your best guess is that when somebody dies, that stuff is removed from them. Like they don't get buried with their oath tokens or anything.
No, yeah, I understand that. That's why
Yeah.
I had the guy go investigate what bodies were missing from whatever, you
Right.
know, preparation.
So you guys definitely
I'm talking
have.
about, like discerning marks like tattoos, cybernetics.
Okay. Yeah. You don't notice anything that you would consider noteworthy enough to investigate further. You guys do
What about
confirm
the body in the center? You said the face was missing, but
the face
Does it
is
have
missing. He does look better dressed than the others. Where oath tokens would normally be, it looks like that part got like hit with something and it's missing. There was definitely an oath token on that body though. So you think that either somebody took it or it's somewhere in this room.
All right. Well, I'll start searching around inside the room. I guess for the oath token.
Make an awareness -10. And do not critically fail.
Yeah,
Fire
don't be
medicine.
me.
I am dumb to this world.
There's no way the target should be. Why did it? Let's see here. All right. 30 minus 20
Oh,
because you don't have.
Unless I use my intelligence for awareness.
Oh, yeah, I see. So that is actually.
So let me try that. Still dumb to the world.
All right. You guys are searching. I'm going to say combined effort. You actually do find an oath token, a bloody oath token underneath a chair, basically. So it took you a while, but all of you searching for it, you were able to uncover it. And
found it.
yeah.
Found the guy's contacts.
Yeah. So you plug this one in to figure out if this is another employee or not, and you find out that this is not an employee. This is actually Darnus Fane, the younger brother of the Fanes.
Okay. What can Nils tell me about Darnus Fane?
Okay, so yeah, you reveal to her that this is Darnus Fane, and she says, "There's a father, and he has two sons, an older brother, the one that's off-world, and the younger brother, which I had been searching for, and if that is his oath token, then yeah, he has been running the channel house for his father. I haven't been able to locate his father. I can't tell you much about. He has been actually having some. I have had some disturbing reports about Darnus, actually. We were starting to investigate him. He apparently found his way to joining a cult under here that I have not heard of before and don't really have any information on, aside from a name, the Blessed Flesh Cult.
Sounds like a Wu-Tang name.
That's all the information you have?
The only other information I have is that they are somehow related to the other cult, a bigger cult called the Callers of Sorrow.
And have you been keeping tabs on these cults?
The Sorrow are not on this world as far as I know, but if this Blessed Flesh Cult is an offshoot of them, then they have started to expand here. But maybe not intentionally. I don't think that if this Blessed Flesh Cult exists, that they're a part of the Sorrows. And she does tell you about the a little bit about the Callers of Sorrow. They're a cult dedicated to Father Nurgle. Father Nurgle is a deity that is basically.
Yes,
do you know him?
yeah, I know who Nurgle is.
Oh, why don't you tell the others? He's a fun one.
He is the demonic god of pestilence.
Which
That
one?
is correct.
Which god?
His Nurgle.
Oh, Nurgle. Yeah, that.
Nurgle is the demonic god or god of chaos. Well, pestilence. Yeah. His followers often look like just giant walking pustules, fever blisters.
They look cancerous as fuck.
Yes, they do. And they are often toxic. So, if these are worshippers of Nurgle, we should burn them now to prevent any,
Infection.
infection.
Do you say this out loud so the Oath Captain hears you too, or is this all?
Oh, I absolutely say it out loud.
She nods and she says, "If you think that you cannot get any information out of these people's bodies, I have no problem with you burning them.
Yeah, I don't think
Is everybody else satisfied with the information we have now, or because I mean, obviously there's a missing father, but being that guy's face isn't recognizable, I don't necessarily trust that this oath token is the son's. I mean, okay, it's obviously the son's, but I'm not saying that that is the son. I don't think. You know what I mean? He may have removed it.
Being a tech priest and knowing about the warp and the chaos and shit, I definitely know the threat of Nurgle. So, yeah,
I would suggest that we have that at least that body taken to some kind of a medical examiner, and at least determine maybe even the age of the corpse.
Okay.
And then have it cremated or disposed of. The rest of them can be burned here. They were just employees.
The Oath Captain says, I do have a jail that we could put the body in. We could quarantine it there until I get a doctor down here to give you more details on the body if you would like.
Yes.
Okay. She motions to some of her men, and they very carefully pick up that body and start to take it out. And she says, I will take it back to the jail, like I said, and if you need anything, we will be there. I will summon a medical examiner. We do not have one down here because nobody really cares about us. But I have some sway up top, so I will definitely be able to get one to come down here. At least there's people that owe me favors. And she says, I do have also above the jail some lodgings that you all could use for the time being if necessary. It is getting rather late. It's definitely too far to go back all the way up to the store vault and then come back down the next morning. That's for sure.
Yeah, I understand.
So, okay, are you going to burn the rest of these bodies?
Oh, yeah. Light them up.
All right. So, you guys watch as Arioch starts to burn these bodies. They crisp and burn just like you would expect. No issues there. And then, well, how would you guys like to end today's session? Are you going to head back to your lodgings at the jail, or do you have something else you want to investigate?
I mean, are we going to be coming back down all the way to this shithole later?
Well, she offered you lodgings. She says the second floor of the jail cell has some lodgings for officers, so she's offering that to you.
We should take the lodgings down here so we don't have to go all the way back.
Yeah, because that's hours and hours of journeying, yeah.
Yup.
Okay. Then you all head to the jail with Oath Captain Nils, and she shows you to the lodgings, and you watch them put the body in the jail cell, and they kind of put up drapes and stuff to quarantine it a bit, and
that's how they quarantine it.
They don't have special equipment.
You're right. Yeah.
But they do make sure to lock the cell. There's no question there. Yeah. All right, guys. So you guys sit down in the room that she showed you, and let me ask you guys this: which one of you still has that tablet?
Oh, I have the tablet.
Pyro.
It does ping when you guys get there.
It pings?
Yeah, as if it has, when it has a message.
As if it was tracking us?
That too.
Does it have a message on it?
Yeah.
What does the message say?
The message says, "Interesting. There's more to this than I thought when I sent you guys there. I hope you enjoy your little mystery."
I'm going to throw the tablet down and smash it with my maul.
All right, you do that. The tablet is now smashed.
So is a little bit of the floor.
All right.
It's a power mole, isn't that? Yeah,
And that
turn
is
back to the floor.
that is going to end today's session. I did want to, at the end there, I did want you guys today to realize that you'd been carrying that tablet ever since you found out it wasn't like what you thought it was, and he's been listening in the whole time.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was glad that I finally got to bring Inquisitor P into this.
Nice.
But all right, guys, we're at the end here, and we usually at the end we schedule the next one. So, when would you guys like to do another one?
Let me pull up Google Calendar.
Yep, that's what I'm doing too.
January. I could do the 30th, or actually, I'm good from the 30th all the way through February 7th.
Okay. How about the other two dorks?
You know me, evenings.
Okay. So, just for you guys are good for the 31st, then we'll keep it on a Wednesday.
I'm good for the 31st.
I should be. Give me a second. Let me go find my phone.
Okay. While we're doing this, I'm going to close out the stream for the day. Yeah, a lot happened today. I thank anybody who came and watched, and I'll see you guys next time.
30th or